And we're live. It's the greatest show, episode 57.
57.
Ingress, exclamation point.
Nice. Is that the name of the show?
Yeah, because today is time to Ingress. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Ingress time. Sorry, not just Ingress. Ingress time. Not hammer time. Not time to boogie. Ingress time. We lost Bob again. There he is. So we're sitting in our kitchen today, or our dining room, really.
You're being very quiet today. Are you not feeling good? That's sad.
I want her to talk on camera so that everybody knows why she's not talking.
I'm sick.
Now, except for the threat of physical violence, I can now make fun of her at will.
Oh,
My throat hurts.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, that happens. So, since she can't complain about it, I decided to give her some of the stuff that she got me for work.
What's that?
Well, they're roasted coconut chips. Now, I wasn't sure what to expect when I opened them, but this is one of them. It's kind of like a potato chip, but it tastes like coconut.
It looks like the ones that are in like the mixed nuts. You know how they have like those. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's
It's
really weird. One more.
I have a cough drop now.
Gotcha.
I just downloaded a new app today.
Ooh, what is it?
It's a pedometer or pedometer, because some people say things funny. A step counter like the Fitbit, but in my phone.
Yeah.
Don't you have a Samsung phone?
Yes.
It should have some sort of S-Health app in it already.
Ooh. I will see if I can. I saw a health one, but it made me nervous because it was new and scary, and I didn't like. I never want to push buttons on things that I don't understand, because you never know. Like, it's like, okay, I just screwed something else up. At least this one here, I was like, let's see what other people think. They like it. I'll try it. Amazing. Yes, as hell. This phone will self-destruct. Okay.
Or, as I like to say it, shelf.
Shelf?
Shelf.
Right.
Because it's an S pen or a spin, S health, a shelf, just anything with an S. You just shoosh it.
I got a new update. Did you guys get that on your ponies? The new update, you know how the Samsung Galaxy Note used to have that large, it looked like a sticky note window that you can write on and stuff? It doesn't have that anymore. This new update, it says, okay, we're combining this with the S Notes, and they like stuck all those into there, and I'm like, but I liked having that up and happy and just kind of chilling on my phone.
We don't have that problem because we're iPhone users.
Yeah, we have iPhones. I sold my Note 3 before we left North Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a picture of a burger inside 2 grilled cheese sandwiches with lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese.
You know what? That's just proof that people will buy anything. What we need to do is make, like, you take a cheeseburger and you put that between 2 of those mini pizzas, and some schmuck will buy it from you.
I would buy that from you.
I know, right? You put one pizza this way, with a cheeseburger in between. and you can charge like double what you do for the burger and like double what you do for the pizzas.
I'm totally going to make that. We're going to be the pizza burgeria.
Wow.
I want a food cart.
Food cart.
When she says it in that tiny little sick voice, you can't. I'm surprised you. I'll get you one right now, and you just like.
No, I'm not going to. There's nothing near us.
If they could take donuts and put a burger between donuts, I mean, it's like basically you take any two things and you sandwich something else in between it, and somebody's gonna buy it.
Turducken.
Turducken.
Exactly. Or any two edible things with another edible thing in between.
Yes. What am I telling you?
Oh, I was just going to tell him we went to soccer.
We got these at the soccer game.
Hmm.
She's got one too, but hers is different.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, and this one on mine has a 5 and a 40. It's because they've been in the league. They've been in the current league for 5 years, but they've existed for 40 years.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Nice.
Show him.
Yeah, you should. Well, you could. Yeah, go ahead. Come on. Here we got free T-shirts for walking in the door. I, of course, am way too big for it. It was great.
I knew you were going to have those, so today I decided to go ahead and grow this beard just for that. So.
We had great fun at the free team. We had great fun at the soccer game, and I have next weekend off, so I'm looking to go to the one on Saturday.
Oh.
Yes. And that one, I believe, will be against FC Dallas. Who's the soccer game against on the 4th? Go to our calendar. Okay. Yeah, FC Dallas, which stands for Football Club Dallas.
You know, I saw something on TV the other day. We were talking about weird foods. They had on TV where people are taking wine and putting that into breakfast cereals.
Mm.
And they were like, that sounds disgusting. Are you willing to try it? Yeah, I'm willing to try it. And these two women took like Life cereal and some of these breakfast cereals and they put wine in it and they would take a bite and they're like, oh my gosh, that is amazing. And it's like, yeah.
It's just giving them an excuse to drink wine for breakfast.
It's true.
Exactly.
Although that does remind me of the comic book I read the other night. Invincible. Invincible's brother lives on another planet, and he's dating, for all intents and purposes, a giant cockroach. And the giant cockroach made supper for Invincible, his girlfriend, and the boyfriend. So it's the cockroach sets it down on the table, and what it looks like are lots of alien things that might possibly have just been killed. So Invincible's, not to be offensive, the girlfriend was like, I'm not touching that. And the Invincible sticks one in his mouth and takes a bite, and it squirts all over the place. He's like, oh my God, this is delicious. And then he's devouring these little creatures.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. The reason the cockroach is the brother walks up to Invincible and he goes, man, mandibles on her. He's like, yeah, I guess.
Did you share our episode here on Facebook?
Oh shoot, I have not.
I actually just went to Facebook to share your link, and
how are people supposed to find us if I don't share the link?
Well, with any luck, it won't be. It'll be a matter of time before they'll just be expecting it every week at the same time.
Well, that would be ideal, yeah. Um, uh-oh. My Facebook's acting up.
I saw the onion that you had made, that you were growing during our last show, and I decided that I wanted to do that too. You had an onion in the windowsill. So I did the thing where I had a couple onions, and most of them, the roots were like very dried up looking, but I had one where the roots looked like healthy roots. So that one I cut off, I stuck toothpicks into the sides of it, and I put it into a bowl of water, and I'll be damned if it doesn't have, like, the plants coming up now, the roots are really, really super long, and it's like, it's a happy little onion.
Is it a green onion?
I don't know.
Is it the kind that you cut the tops off and eat, or is it the kind where you eat the onion itself?
You eat the onion itself, so I'm guessing it's going to, like, grow big and then get the little bulb on the bottom. I just wanted to see it grow.
I haven't tried that kind of onion yet.
Link is shared.
Link is shared.
So someone wasn't feeling good yesterday, so I got up extra early to go to work extra early to take a 3-hour lunch so that I could, kind of see how things operated in the morning. And then we went out to Carl's Jr. and I had a big Carl, and then.
And your wife was okay with that?
Do you have Carl's Jr. or Hardee's?
Hardee's we have, yeah, where they have the big Wallies, which isn't better than going out and having a Carl.
They have Wallies?
No, I'm sorry. That's a different one.
Oh.
Hardee's is good. It's Penguin Point that has the big Wallies.
Well, what I don't understand is that Carl's Jr. and Hardee's are essentially the same restaurant, except Carl's Jr. has way more options and is way better.
But they don't have ham and cheese.
We used to love going to Hardee's because they had the fixins bar, they called it. So you had like lettuce and tomato, and you had like all this stuff where you can buy your burger, and then you go to this little bar and you fill it up. This is when I was in high school. So we'd get the cheapest little burger that they had, and then you'd fill your plate with this massive salad from the fixins bar. So you'd have a burger and a salad, and you would fill yourself up at the fixins bar.
It's probably why they got rid of it, Bob.
Probably. Those guys did. There's always one guy to ruin it for everyone else.
Yeah, Bob Miato. Well, and actually that wasn't the reason I was telling the story, is that night I thought, I'm going to end up swinging home, picking her up, and taking her out again because she's not going to feel good enough to do anything. And I came home to ribs.
Ooh.
And cornbread. And
wow.
broccoli. Yeah, and then not only did I eat my ribs, cornbread and broccoli, but I ate better than half of her ribs, cornbread and broccoli.
Homemade barbecue sauce.
Homemade barbecue sauce.
Nice.
I know. When are you going to come visit me, Bob?
I don't know. Right now, starting Monday, I will be unemployed.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm being terminated because I hurt my foot. And the doctor gave me I had a week to get back to work before my FMLA ran out, and the doctor gave me another month with no work and restrictions. So I'm getting the short-term disability still, but FMLA, the family medical leave thing, that ran out. So, well, they said, "Oh, but we'll hire you back. We like you. We like the work that you do. So when you can work again, just come back and we'll give you a job." No, they have no problem hiring me back, which is a good secondary thing. I'll keep that in my mind, in the back of my head, where if I cannot find a job, sure, I'll go there. But I'll lose my seniority, I'll lose my insurance, I'll start back as a new hire. So I might as well look for something else.
Right.
You don't
Post
have to
office.
know what is.
Post office.
I was just gonna say, is there a post office around you guys that's hiring? Maybe.
Yes.
Man,
Remember, there's 20 stations in Portland. 20.
wow,
Right. And my station has 50 routes and roughly 120 employees.
that's a lot.
Now, multiply that by 20, and obviously different stations have different sizes. Like, I investigated a station the other day, 83 routes, and I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. That's too big.
83 routes, but you would have people for every route. It's not like you would have to like.
Well,
Now, do you assign those? Do you say you take this one, or I mean, how does that work?
well, they kind of bid on their routes. The city people, they bid and pick which routes they want to do, and then they determine whether or not they want to be on an overtime list. So it's kind of, if I want to be a city carrier, I would bid on a route, and let's say I get, just for the example, I get Route 4. Okay, if I don't want to be on an overtime list, I do Route 4 and I go home. That's it. That's all I do.
I'm actually currently on Route 2. Let me pull this up here and I will show you.
You're probably rural Route 2 though.
It didn't mention that. And okay, so, oh, I'm sorry, it's Route 3.
What is that?
It's Pokemon. Yeah, and this is where I found a couple cool ones here. I just started this one. This is where I found Mankey and Nidorian. Yeah, Pokemon. So I'm on Route 3 right now. That's kind of like what you do, right?
No. In fact, it's almost nothing like what I do.
Oh, okay. But okay.
Actually, what I do is incredibly boring. I run off like lots of reports, and that's really it.
Wow.
Yeah. I did, though, however, discover through the wonder of my wife pointing this out that I'm not making the base pay of the position I'm making. I am somewhere in the middle, which is significantly more than I thought I was making.
That's cool.
So now someone really doesn't have to work. She can
Is it
sit
me?
home and play the 50s housewife.
He told me the other day to clean the house while he was gone. And so I told him the first thing I need to do is go get my nails done and get my hair done and buy a flowery dress and heels. So it's going to be a really long day.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. For anyone watching the video that didn't catch that, Trisha showed him her fingernails. Yep, there you go.
I went to an Ingress event a couple of weeks ago, and when I was getting ready to leave and go home, I found a nail salon, and I haven't had a manicure since we got married, so hey, it's been a while. And so I stopped in, and they've got this new nail polish that's, they call it shellac, or gel.
What I would say.
They put it on your nails, and then they cure it with a light, and it just turns out rock hard, and it's the only thing that keeps my fingernails from breaking because they're so thin.
Wow.
So yeah, so my nails actually grow out while the polish is still on them, and they're not breaking off or ripping or anything, which is the first time ever. So I've already gone online and looked up how to just do them myself. So I need to buy some equipment now from Amazon.
Well, there you go. If you do decide you want to do stuff, bring your friends over there, do their nails for them. Start your own business doing that.
Our friends in town right now are sitting right beside each other. Oh, we do have the lady who hooks us up with the tickets to go to the soccer.
And she has these nails.
Oh, okay.
So I could do hers.
There you go.
Yeah, so we have one friend.
I want to see how my Ingress is doing. I did get on here this weekend. This is the first time I've been on here in a while. Let's see here. Agents. Yes, that's where I want to go. And now. This is the first time I got on here in a while. Was this past week. Right now, I have no links. I have nothing. This month, though, I did get some. Last night, my phone was going nuts, though, and I had a girl who was tracking down like everything that I did and was destroying it. She went from town to town, like tracking down everything. I mean, she was probably hitting all of them in those 2 or 3 towns that I was in. But it seems from me that she was like, here's another one from that Bob guy. And she would go there and destroy it. And then she'd kick my dog. And then, you know, it just seemed like it was a personal. Well, I'm sure she was just hitting everybody's.
Yeah.
26 packs.
She took me to the east side of town, which is Gresham, and we walked around town there. I think I got 85 unique portals in that little stint, and we ended up running someplace else too, and I ended up getting a total of somewhere in the neighborhood of 115 to 120 uniques that day.
That's cool. I wouldn't mind going to an event sometime if they had something close. I think, though, that one of the things that people make me very nervous, and lots of people makes me lots nervous. A bunch of our friends went to an event this weekend for Amp-Guard. Amp-Guard is that game where we go with the weapons and you beat the hell out of each other from weapons. So they went to that, and so you're pretty much playing medieval for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and I think Sunday morning they come home or something. So then they get 3 points instead of the standard 1 point because it's 3 days. And it's just like you go out there camping and you beat the hell out of each other for 3 days. And it sounds really cool. But there's a whole bunch of people that I don't know, and I'm sure they're all better than me. And so like everything that I do, I'm going to be the one ringing them doing this wrong and blah, blah, blah. And what I need is I need to take the I don't give a fucks. You know, the fuck it all. Saying, you don't like me? I don't care. Like, bring your friend. You can both not like me. But I tend to worry about what people think.
Bring a friend. You can both not like me.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, we after the podcast, I'm planning to drag her to a new part of town so that we can both get butt tons of uniques again. And the part of town that I'm kind of eyeballing right now is 99.9% blue. So we can go knock out a bunch of stuff. And that is some AP. Because I believe someone is ready to level up, and someone else is not far behind.
Nice. What level are you on?
10.
10. I'm on 7. I'm just a little guy.
Well, the length of time it's taken us to get from 10 to this close to 11 seems like an eternity. So just know the longer you go, the harder it's going to be, and you really have to be. And we're in an area where it should be much easier now too. So there.
I hit level 8 last April, so it's taken almost a year to go to 11.
From 8 to 11 in almost a year.
If they just extend, I mean, 8 was the limit here last year, right? When
Yeah.
They just extended that. 12 is the caps now?
To 16.
16.
And so the next one would either be 24 or 32 if they extended it. And my God, if they do that, I'll never reach the top.
Now, do you still have your at those higher levels? Are the levels of your resonators and stuff also going up too, or do those cap out?
Cap out at 8.
Okay, I was going to say, because if you've got somebody with a level 16 resonator on something, you might as well only have the game available to people who've been playing it for the last 2 years, because nobody new is going to be able to do anything.
And we have at least one level 16 green player in town, and he threw some resonators down in my post office the other day, and I I thanked him for it. But he posted a screenshot in the group that we're a part of here, and he just made level 16. So we have a Portland level 16 enlightened player.
That's cool. He probably has like a special hat, and like when he comes on, hey dude, it's that guy. He's the one. He's like, can I get your autograph? He's like the top guy of the area.
Well, I don't know if he's the only level 16 in town, but he made a big deal about it when he went to level 16. I believe that the level 16s worldwide is still less than 100.
Wow.
Yes, I believe.
And we're looking at, from this guy must be awesome at this game because he's level 16. And he's like, man, I haven't had a job in 2 years. He's sitting there playing his game, walking around.
Ain't that the truth?
Living out of his car, just driving around, getting... Huh?
My mom drives me around, and I sit in the back of the car and play her all day long. We go all over the country, and I don't even look up.
I've seen the world. It looks like a Samsung.
Looks like a phone screen, yeah.
I planted some seeds. Yay. I got some starter going. I did something that they've talked about in a few things where you take a wet paper towel and you put some seeds in there and you fold it in there and everything to get the germination thing happening before you plant them. And I wrapped it up into aluminum foil things so that they look like little Hershey bars. And so they were in there for almost 2 whole weeks, which is way longer than what it should be. I cracked open one and it had roots like that long. The plant was equally that long on the top, and it had like little leaves starting to form on there. That was the peas.
Wow.
Someone else got some seeds that you're going to roll your eyes at.
Oh, it's legal there?
It will be. I think in July it will be.
Oh, wow.
I think unless it already is.
Now, here's the thing about that. I feel that what people do in their own home is their own damn business. However,
No. I believe what a man and a woman and another man and a midget do on Jell-O is your business.
If you have... Oh, yeah!
Because we have a guinea pig that likes to eat dandelions.
I saw that on the Facebook post. I never thought of planting dandelions before. How's that working?
I'll go check.
She's going to go check.
That's
She's
pretty
using the
cool.
echo garden.
Now I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday, and around here they've got fields where stuff is still growing wild, and they've been pouring poison on it for the last, however many years trying to get rid of it, back from a long time ago when they used to grow it. And the thing that I was told about this weekend was that the small plants are the ones that have the THC in it, and the next size plants don't have as much THC in it, and the large 8 to 10 foot plants don't have any THC in it, and that's the one that they use for the rope and the clothing and all that stuff. And that's the one that, because they made it illegal, they made it all illegal. How's it doing?
My dandelions aren't growing yet, but there's grass in here that you can't really see. Itty bitty tiny grass blades. So I'm growing grass and dandelions for the animals.
That's cool. Now, do you just put that down for them to get to and they just roam through it, or do you cut it off and give it to them?
Both, actually.
That's kind of neat. I mean, you can have like a, those little pans that you have, paint roller pans. If you were to have a little tray that big that you put dirt in and you have grass, you just lay it on the ground and let them like graze. And they've got those new seeds that it's like a blue. that you can put in. You can take like grass seed. It's a grass seed that you can like put on anything. So you can put this stuff on rock even, and it will grow grass on it.
Is that the blue slimy stuff? Blue
Yeah, yeah.
I would have thrown that in our yard if we stayed in North Dakota at some point because it needed to happen. But our yard was pretty bad. Not our problem anymore though.
But that's kind of a neat idea. I mean, if you were to put that on something that was like, oh, I don't know, any other thing.
Wait, I forgot I was going to tell him. Oh, I was going to take Bonsai's extra cage, and I was going to fill it with dirt and plant it full of grass so that I could put him in his cage and it would be grass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have the two with the big old tube connecting them, and so he can graze in this one and sleep in this one.
Graze. Oh yeah.
I used to take him outside and put him in the yard with a laundry basket over him, so that he could hang out in the yard. And as he'd eat the stuff around him, I'd move the laundry basket.
That's cool. Now, did he eat it all the way down to the roots type of thing? He did, or just enough the stuff on top?
Not the grass. He didn't eat that all the way down, but he would find dandelion plants, and he would eat those all the way down. And so then I would move the basket around him to find more plants, because he really likes them. There are a couple neighbors on our street here that I talk to that I know I can pick dandelions from their yards because they don't spray them. So I pick them when I walk up to the Max or when I walk to the grocery store.
Cool. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I was thinking, it's like, you remember when you had, when we were in Japan,
Yes.
they had these big doors that, Japanese people are tiny. They're little. They're about, and they're a lot smaller than us. And so us, we take the chain that brings the door up, and we're like, hurrah, 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 and the chain goes up. Over there, the chain there's like no weight to it at all. But you have to like, you're pulling it like this, and the door's very slowly going up. But there's no weight to it at all because they're smaller people. Once you put that into an electronic thing, you just push the button, and it's and the door goes up slow. But I mean, us big Americans, you know how we're all big and stupid. We're just like, we put everything we've got into it, and the door goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Well, I'm wondering if you couldn't create something like that, like a basket type thing that the hamster can go into that has almost that, to where almost like a treadmill type thing in there where he can control it. Where just those little movements in there makes this thing go a lot.
Possible.
That'd be cool.
I'm no engineer, and math is not my friend, but I'm sure that that's possible.
I have a small toy my wife got me here a couple of years ago for Christmas. It's a little car.
Bob, that's for the bedroom. Come on, you don't tell us about your small.
Well, it's a car this big with big old tires on it, and then it has another wheel in there. So if you turn the wheel on top, that wheel there turns like, regular, just like whatever. But because of the gears, I think I marked one of the things and I turned it. So it was like every time this goes around once, or every time the wheels go around once, this one goes around 16 times. So you turn this one here at the regular rate, and the wheels only go a little bit. So it takes 16 rotations of this one for the wheels to go around once. So what that does then is if you put it on the ground and you give it a push, those wheels are going so fast that it keeps going for quite a ways. So something like that, where it wouldn't take much to go, crazy.
I don't like math, Bob.
Numbers are hard. Problem with math is it's got numbers in it.
Right? You get rid of numbers and the math is easy. No, that's not true. It was letter math is worse. Actually, I should stop saying that.
Yeah, but when you take out the numbers, A equals A, fucker. Yeah, it's real simple then.
Oh,
Tell him about the concert.
I'm supposed to tell you about the concert. We went to a concert.
You see.
OK Go.
Okay, go.
Yeah. OK Go, and they had the White Arrows opening for them, and it was in what I would consider a ballroom on the second, third, fifth, I don't know what floor. It was really high. It was a lot of goddamn stairs. And anytime anybody walked by you, the floor kind of like dipped in that direction. You're like, oh my God, are we going to collapse? No, it's you're not gonna collapse. But it was fun. I didn't stand next to her because it was hot where she was standing, so I went back by the bar where it was cool and I had 2 drinks. And then she stayed in the crowd. I couldn't do that. It was too hot. And I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Broke my car trying to get out of it one day, you jackass.
I think I broke 2 vehicles when I was, that was, only one of them was yours. But that wasn't my fault. I couldn't get out. It's like I was locked in.
Yeah.
I'm not that bad anymore. Most of the time. Every once in a while. I do have anxiety issues. So, I mean, most of the time I'm fine. And every once in a while, I'll just like, sweat starts pouring off me. I'm like, okay, I gotta get outside. And it's like, but most of the time I'm fine. The little anxiety thing, it's not nearly as bad as it was.
I'm sorry. She just unwrapped a cough drop, threw the wrapper on the floor in a ball, and now the cat's playing with it.
OK Go is the band that did the treadmill video, if that sounds familiar. There were 4 of them on treadmills.
I did not see those.
No? Okay.
Did you see the video that I posted the other day? The Boots and Cats video?
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook thing, and somebody said had it on there, and I was like, well, that's intriguing. And so I looked at it, and it was like, you've seen the commercial with the pig with the boots and pants?
Oh, yes.
It's kind of like that. I could do a screenshot. Shall I do it just a screenshot?
Well, no, I'm working it here. Let's see here. Boots and Cats.
Boots and Cats.
Boots and Cats.
It has boots and it has cats. I just turned on my question answer thing.
Where did the bees come from?
Who knows?
Leather cat beef. I love the boobs.
I thought that was kind of cool, and that's not really something that I would normally like. But when they're bees and cats and bees and cats, and all of a sudden bee cat, and it had like a half bee, half cat creature flying through the air, and just
Leather bee cat.
leather bee.
Leather bee beef cat, I believe at one point even.
That's pretty cool. Hey, you know what we should do sometime is link this show with our Facebook accounts, where we can say, hey, if you like me, if you like DJ, if you like Trish, join our Facebook group.
Well, they can like the Facebook page, emeraldspectre.com.
Oh, nice.
They can also, they can friend me if they really want. I'm Lime Allen. I'm pretty unique in the fact that I can't use my own goddamn name. Facebook, you fucking bastards.
What's weird is there's a lot of people who want to use their names and can't, while equally there's other people who... I hate trying to find people who insist on not using their names, and they use, like... not only do they not use their names, but then when you find something that might have possibly be them, and it has, like, their picture, it's like, I know this dog is not the guy I used to work with. I know it.
Yeah,
Right?
I hate the people who put their kids as the profile pictures.
Yeah, it's like, I know I went to school with this person, but that's way too young, and there's 5 of him. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you almost wish that they would do, like, it's like, put your name, put your picture, and a lot of people don't want their faces on there, or a lot of people are proud of their kids, and I understand both those things. But it almost seems like the Facebook is, and a lot of people don't like Facebook, and yes, there's a lot of drama that goes on, but it's also a source of news. It's also a source of, like, I think that Facebook is actually better for people than not having it at all.
Well,
who sends invitations in the mail anymore, right? You send an invite on there to all your friends.
Right. I'm kind of getting tired of Facebook, though. I'm thinking about moving over to Google Plus because
You've been saying that for years. It won't happen.
Apparently, I'm never going to move over to Google Plus.
I know.
Well, it would be nice if you could have, say, if you can categorize stuff that comes in, where you can take out things. Like, let's say, if you had the option to take out memes and pictures, where it's like not the pictures, it's just what people say, or to where you can, like, filter the content from people, saying, if he says something, I want to see what he's saying, but if he's showing pictures of his dog, I don't give a damn. To where you could, like, filter out the actual photos and stuff that they say, something like that. I don't know.
There is a way to do that, but it takes days and weeks and months to get Facebook to understand what it is you want. For instance, there's a guy on one of the shows that we watch periodically who has been curating his Facebook feed for years, and he finally has it to where he is getting exactly what he wants out of Facebook. I am trying to do the same thing he's doing. I'm about 6 months into the process, and it's still giving me crap that I don't want. So, I don't know how much longer I have to go in order to get this to work, but it's very frustrating.
There's times when I've deleted people because I've just gotten, like, there's some things that I don't want to see. Not just, like, if somebody's just showing pictures of their cat all the time, it gets, like, a little overwhelming. But I can deal with that. These people who keep showing pictures of beaten children and saying, share if you disagree with this. It's like, stop showing me all these fucked up kids. I don't want to see that. It makes me sad, and I don't want to get on here and see that. So there was 2 people that I took off of there because they kept showing like one picture after another of hospitalized kids and saying, share if you're against child violence. It's like, who the fuck's not against child violence? It doesn't mean I want to see it every day.
Somebody had requested us as friends here the other day, and I saw who she was friends with mutually that we were friends with, so I thought, I'll give it a shot. As soon as I friended her, I went to her Facebook page, take a look at it, lots of Jesus posts, and I'm like, oh, this is not going to turn out well. Next day, 3 Jesus posts in a row, remove.
Day 2, there were at least 5, and then I removed her.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the people that don't throw religion in your face constantly go, well, what's your problem with Christians? Well, it's I understand that you're not all terrible, but this person is terrible, and that makes it worse for the next 15 people I run into. So that's how that works.
Right. I have issues with a lot of Christian people. Not all of them. I don't think that I could put everybody into a group like that. But as far as like, for some reason, the world thinks that Christians are good. No, that Christian's good. That Christian's good. Christians are not good. They're not bad, but that one is bad, and that one is bad. You can't group them together.
The I'm proud atheist or whatever that Facebook is. They posted something the other day, and I thought it was hilarious. And I'm going to reenact it as if I'm telling the story.
Okay.
So I can't say that I'm not gay because I've never really tried penis. Now, I have tried one penis, my own, and I play with it all the time. So I like 100% of the penises I've played with. Whereas, unlike the 100% of penises, I got like 60% of vaginas that I've tested. The ratio is not as good.
Yeah. I mean, so technically, based on your knowledge, you like more guy than you like girl.
I love penises. Well, mine. I love my penis.
100%.
It was a comedian, and he's like, I can't really say that I'm not gay. 100% of penises he's played with. Loves them.
That's funny.
It is
No,
funny.
I do this occasionally, and you don't realize these things being. And there's a ladybug who was just chilling on the table here, and he's walking away, or she, I don't know. I always assume that ladybugs are female, all of them, because lady. So I took a little dab of my water here, and as he's walking across the table, I put the dab on the table. He walks up to it, and you just see the little puddle getting smaller and smaller as he's drinking it. They never thank you for that, though.
And that's
he's just right at the edge of the puddle right now, just like, this is awesome.
Yeah, just wait till he's got to pee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the problem. I got ladybugs all over the damn house. The problem with that is you see these little black spots. Like there might be like a tiny little black spot on the wall that you barely even notice until you get close. It's like, that's probably ladybug shit. And they don't just, like, if they're crawling across the wall and they poop, it's not like it falls. For some reason, they stick it to the wall. That way, it's going to be right there where they, I don't know.
No, think of it this way, Bob. You're crawling across the side of a wall, okay? Mm-hmm. Are you going to want to risk that shit coming out your ass, rolling down your leg, and then falling? Or do you want to, like, wipe your ass on the wall to kind of like break the chain there and keep on moving so that you're not in danger?
Imagine Spider-Man for a moment. He has to go. So he's climbing up the build. I think that if I was climbing this way, I would probably position myself where I was going this way, and I'd take my pants down, and it would go all the way down to the ground. What I would not do is poop onto my hand and then stick it to the wall.
Oh no, you don't grab it with your hand. You just kind of like plant your ass on the wall and scoot a little bit, and then you just keep on going.
Right. I can see that.
Someone can't believe we're having this conversation.
It's Peter Parker, isn't it? He's like, guys, stop it! You're embarrassing me.
There's a Spider-Man cartoon where Spider-Man's standing on the ceiling and he's peeing into a urinal. He's like, ha ha ha! The stream starts going on. He's like, oh no, because it's gonna hit his face.
Wow.
I've also seen anatomically correct Spider-Man. It's very gross and disgusting, and he's got stuff coming out his butt.
That's disturbing.
And
Hey, speaking of comic books, though, did you see that one of the turtles died?
I heard that was a possibility.
They killed off one of the Ninja Turtles.
I think it was Donatello.
It was so Donatello.
Yes. The purple one.
Should get rid of red.
No. It's Raphael.
Like I have any clue.
I don't think, I mean, if I had to choose, I don't think I would want any of them to die. I can understand why Donnie would have been taken out, but I mean, he was their brains. They each had a part that they played. I mean, even Mikey, who was more of a
Idiot.
crazy party type guy, still had his part to play. He was their social guy. I mean, he was the one where it's like, if there's somebody over there that they needed, he'd be the one to go. I mean, he was their social guy. Turtle.
Did you watch the new movie?
Yes, that was pretty cool.
I thought that Shredder was obnoxious and didn't need to be there.
He was obnoxious. I don't know if they made them really tough, like surprisingly tough, bulletproof, and I mean, they made them like really tough.
Well, they're radioactive, adolescent, black belt hamsters, turtle.
Right. And the other ones, they made them like they scaled it up. They took the small turtle and they made it bigger. So if you take a turtle and you make him human size, I mean, bears have tough skin, but you can still put a bullet in one. They're a big animal, but of course they're not radioactive.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. It's a good thing a bear didn't get in that green ooze. He'd be 20 feet tall and like, oh my gosh, that'd be terrible. He would be like Bobzilla, you know, the giant lizard.
Bobzilla. Oh, that's Bob. There he is.
So I don't know if I can show you this without spilling water all over the computer.
Closer to you.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
So it does have little plants coming up, but I'm not exactly sure on how this is going to work. I don't know if it's going to bulb up or what, but this is just from a regular onion that I was chopping up. But I mean, it's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different plants coming up. So I don't know. Can you eat that stuff that comes off the top, or do you wait till it bulbs up and cut that again, or does it just keep bulbing? No idea. Oh, I guess I could have done it this way. So the other ones, the roots were kind of dry-ish, but this one here, the roots looked live and happy. Which, of course, reminds me of something else. We got another subject change here. All right.
Last one, because we're almost we're at an hour here. So last one.
This amazed me. So one of the things we were talking about this weekend was talking about the dentists. We were talking about how we don't trust doctors. Me and this friend of mine, because I know we go to the dentist and the dentist does the same thing every time. They say, "Do you at least use an electric toothbrush?" Yes. Well, at least you're doing that. You know, I'm brushing my teeth every day, at least once a day, sometimes more. But I know every day I'm brushing my teeth. I floss a couple times a week, 2-3 times a week with one of those like little sticks that has the flossy thing. And they're saying, well, at least you're doing that. They say, don't use manual toothbrush. Always use an electric toothbrush. That's what you're supposed to use. Always, always, always use an electric toothbrush. In fact, here's one on the counter out here that goes for $180. We recommend that you buy that one because that's the best electric toothbrush, and you should really, really, really be using an electric toothbrush. Okay, well, I can't afford that right now. I have an electric toothbrush. I'm okay with that. All right. So the appointment's over, and they hand you a bag that has a little tube of toothpaste and a manual toothbrush in it and a little thing of floss. We've got so many of those fucking toothbrushes in the drawer, we don't use them. We use the electric one, like they say, and yet every time they give us one of the other ones. This is one of the things that bothers me, is that they're saying, like, as far as my cleanings go, I get 2 a year covered by insurance, and they're saying, we should probably do 3 a year. And I said, but the insurance only covers 2. Well, then the other one's just going to have to come out of your pocket. How about you just schedule me 2? What I want them to do is, and this is what I was telling the guy, clean my fucking teeth twice a year. And if there's a hole, I'll come to you and you can patch it. Other than that, back off. That's what I want from the dentist. And he was saying, you know, studies have been proving now that that headaches, migraine headaches, regular headaches, are from metal in people's teeth. And this is the part that nobody will tell you. Have you seen the commercials where they're talking about once enamel's gone, it's gone forever? And cavities are, your teeth are living bone, and it will heal itself just like a broken arm will do. There's ways to heal cavities. Any hole that you have in your teeth, that will fill back in with bone on its own with certain treatment. Like there was like a coconut type oil thing that you squish in there to help. There's something that it's like a cleaner that cleans out the decayed part, and once you get that decayed part out, the bone will start healing itself, and they will not tell you about that. And it's like, all this is because they want their money. Doctors are the same way. And that's one of the things I was talking about with the marijuana being legal. Once it's legal in your state, you can use that as a cancer treatment, because they're saying that cannabis oil is supposed to be better for you as far as like curing cancer than the radiation chemotherapy is. Between the vitamin C boosts and cannabis oil, it's supposed to be a cancer cure that they don't let people use because it's more profitable to treat it than it is to cure it. So, how's that for crazy? And my little puddle over here is almost gone.
The ladybug is almost full.
Yeah, he's almost drank the entire drop that I put there.
I watched Morgan Spurlock called Inside Man. It's on Netflix, and he goes and explores different things, and one was the legal pot, and he worked at a dispensary place that was, I don't know where, probably, I don't know what state it was in, but they were showing all of the people coming in and asking why they were using it, and they had all different forms of it, and they were talking about like different creams and stuff that would be really good for pain relief. And I told DJ, I said, hey, once that stuff is legal here, maybe I should be looking into that because I am in pain all the time. And there are, when I walk from our house to the grocery store, I've found a second pot store, so now we've got 2 between us and the grocery store.
Wow.
One of them is 3 Ingress portals.
That'll get people to our shop.
Yes.
That's cool. Now, like I said before, what people do in their own home is their own business, except the midget thing. That was a good exception. But as far as like all the other uses, they say that the oil and seeds and all the stuff that comes from that, it's got so many uses that if they were to have a refinery in every large town, we would no longer need oil to burn for fuel. Um, so I mean, the things that it does, one of the reasons why they have it such a big thing and illegal all over the place is because it'll make the entire oil industry collapse. It'll make the entire, like, it's good for you to eat. The whole cancer thing, the treatment, the research, all of that. There's like so much that this thing would like stop giving money to the government if this one plant was illegal. So they make it illegal. Now I think I would really be pissed off if, say, I was dying from cancer, which who knows, I might be. Any of us, that's kind of scary now that I think about it. But if I personally, or if I just lost somebody from cancer, to find out that, oh yeah, there's a cure, the government doesn't want you to have it, I'd be pissed. But
Yeah, that would be annoying. But I did say that we're at the hour, Bob.
we are. We are at the hour.
We've got some ingressing to do, and I've got places to go with this woman who can't talk very loud.
Let me move my hand over here so it doesn't look like I'm pointing to myself when I did that. So this woman here, and I like totally went like this. I'm like, no, that one there. That. What's
She's
that? That's cool.
It's Portland Timber Colors.
Huh.
Oh, we found some yarn, and someone's been going nuts.
Nice. Those look good. I want to learn how to do that, and I've seen online. I mean, I was looking, and it didn't look too hard, except for the fact that I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to. I'd like to. You make it look so easy, though.
She's been doing it a long time. Don't. It's the practice thing. It's not that she's super awesome. I mean,
Wow.
now's a good
Your Honor, his wife stabbed him.
time to go ahead and shut the show off, because I'm going to have to spend the next 25 minutes correcting the statement that I just made.
You are so lucky she
She
can't.
didn't literally just pick it up and start going, all right? It wasn't that. That's what I'm saying. It's just practice. Good at it because she practices. God damn it.
Gotcha.
So, Bob, we will plan on doing this again next weekend because I have the weekend off.
Okay. At some point this weekend, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's going to be all during the week, but I did have an uncle die. So I think the funeral and viewing and all that is going to be like during the week. But if it does happen to somehow drop something into the weekend, I will get a hold of you between now and then.
Sweet. You can get me on the book messenger. Right. So, Bob, until next week. C'est la vie.
All right, guys. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Looks like